أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way Course 5 page 19.c. Today we will study Surah Al-Baqarah verses 132 and 133. We saw that each juz has 4 parts and each part has 5 pages. The first 5 pages, 1 to 5, you study in QC2 covering the 37 ayahs of Surah Al-Baqarah. The next 5 pages, 6 to 10, you study in QC3 covering 39 ayahs. The next 5 pages, 11 to 15, you cover in QC4 studying 29 ayahs. The last 5 pages, that is 16 to 20, now you are studying in QC5. You will study here 36 ayahs. There are 141 ayah in first juz. Inshallah, we will complete it in this QC5. Let's to revise the pointers for the page 16. The pointers for the page 16 are abrogations, don't questions, wish of the people of the book, paradise for Jews and Christians only. Once again, abrogations, don't question, wish of the people of the book, paradise for Jews and Christians only. The pointers for the page 17 are Jews and Christians fight among themselves. The injustice block mass. Christians made a son for Allah. Ignorant say talk to them. Allah talk to them. Once again, Jews and Christians fight among themselves. The injustice block. Christians made a son for Allah. Ignorant say Allah talk to them. The pointer for the page 18 are Jews and Christians never be pleased. Bani Israel remember the favor, test of Ibrahim al-Islam, house of Allah and the city. Once again, Jews and Christians never be pleased. Bani Israel remember the favor, test of Ibrahim al-Islam, house of Allah and the city. The brief pointer for the page 16 are abrogations, question, wish, paradise. Abrogation, question, wish, paradise. And the brief pointer for the page 17 are Jews and Christians, the injustice, Christians, ignorant. Jews and Christians, injustice, Christian, ignorant. The page 18 brief pointers are Jews and Christians, Bani Israel, Ibrahim al-Islam, house of Allah. Jews and Christians, Bani Israel, Ibrahim al-Islam, house of Allah. Let's to proceed the page 19. The first pointer is constructions of Kaaba and Dua. Second pointer is who will turn away from the religion of Ibrahim. And the third is instructions of Ibrahim and Yaqub. Fourth point is that nation passed away. Let's to keep them on the fourth finger of the left hand. Constructions of Kaaba and Dua, who will turn away from the religion of Ibrahim. Instructions of Ibrahim and Yaqub, that nation passed away. Once again, constructions of Kaaba and Dua, who will turn away from the religion of Ibrahim. Instructions of Ibrahim and Yaqub, that nation passed away. The brief pointers for the page 19 are construction, religion of Ibrahim, instructions passed away. Constructions, religion of Ibrahim, instructions passed away. The page 19, third pointer is instructions of Ibrahim and Yaqub. And the relation with the previous verses is Allah talked about Ibrahim's Islam life in previous verses. Now he talks about his concern at the time of his death. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ووصى بها إبراهيم بنيه ويعقوب يا بني إن الله اصطفى لكم الدين فلا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. And Ibrahim enjoined upon his sons, and so did Yaqub alayhi salam, saying, O my sons, indeed Allah has chosen for you the true religion, so do not die except while you are submissive to him. أَمْ كُنْتُمْ شُهَدَاءَ إِذْ حَضَرَ يَعْقُوبَ الْمَوْتُ إذ قال لبنيه ما تعبدون من بعد قالوا نعبد إلهك وإله آبائك إبراهيم وإسماعيل وإسحاق إله واحد ونحن له مسلمون. Or when you witnesses that death came to Yaqub when he said to his son, what will we worship you after me? They said, we will worship your God and the God of your forefather Ibrahim and Ismail and Isaac, one God, and we are submissive to him. Let's to look the ayah once again. Waw is a harf, wasa is the madi verb, be is a harf, ha is a zamir ism, Ibrahimu is a ism, bani is a ism, he is a zamir ism, waw is a harf, Yaqubu is the ism. Ya is a harf, bani, ya. It has three parts, ya, bani, and ya. Ya is a harfonida, bani is a ism, ya is a zamir ism. Inna is a harf, Allah ism jalala ism, istafa is the madi verb, la is a harf, kum is a zamir ism, ad-dina is a ism, fa is a harf, la is a harf, tamutunna is the mudari verb, illa is a harf, wa is a harf, antum is the zamir ism, muslimun is ism. Am is a harf, kuntum is the madi verb, shohada is again a ism, plural, is a ism, zarf, hazara is the madi verb, Yaqub is a ism, al-mauta is a ism, is a ism, zarf, qala mazi fail, li is a harf, bani is a ism, he is a zamir ism, ma is a ism, ta'buduna is the mudari verb, min is a harf, badi is a ism, ya is the zamir ism. Qalu is the madi verb, na'budu the mudari verb, ilah is a ism, ha is a zamir ism, waw is a harf, ilah is a again ism, Abai is a ism, Ka is a zamir ism, Ibrahim is a ism, Waw is a ism, Ismail is a ism, Waw is a harf, Ishaq is a ism, Ilahun, again it's an ism, Wahidun is a ism, Waw is a harf, Nahnu is a zamir ism, La is a harf, Hu is a zamir ism, Muslimun is the ism. Let's to look the lesson learned from these ayah. Ibrahim and Yaqub alayhis salam advised their children to follow Islam. Their main concern at the time of their death was that their children stick to Tawheed. Not to die except as Muslim, be a Muslim in every moment and situation. Look the new words in each line. 1 0 1 0 0 mean on average less than 1 in each line. Alhamdulillah. Let's go word for word and the phrase for phrase translation and explanation of the ayah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa and wasa enjoined will biha it Ibrahim bani his sons. Wa Yaqub and Yaqub ya baniya o my soul, o my sons. Inna Allah, indeed Allah, istafa has chosen, lakum for you, ad-dina, the religion. Fala, so not, tamutunna, you should die. Tamutunna is mouth, actually. Illa, except, wa antum, while you are Muslimun, submissive. Never die except while you are a Muslims. No one knows when and where we will die. It means we should be Muslims in every moment and situation so that when we die as Muslims. We should keep that and what is beyond it always in our mind. Prophet Muhammad said, people will be restricted in the same state in which they died, being Muslim. In the above verses, there is ultimate pathing lesson to prepare our children to be obedient servants of Allah. Even after we die, they will take forward this legacy of worships. A man thinks, what will happen to my children after I die? He should be more worried and say, what will happen to my children when they die? Alim, yes, somebody please revise this part before we proceed.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Sir, I'm audible, please?
Yes.
Sir. Am kuntum or were you shuhada witness is when Azara came to Yaqub al-Maut the death. Is qala when he said libanihi to his sons Ma ta'buduna what will you worship min ba'di after me. Qalu they said na'budu we will worship ilahaka your Lord wa ilaha and the God abaika of your forefathers Ibrahim wa Ismail wa Ishaq Ibrahim and Ismail and Ishaq ilahu wahida one God wa nahnu and we lahu muslimun are submissive to him.
Jazakallah, brother. Yes, Mariam, you also unmuted. Please go ahead. Mariam Abu Bakr.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sister. Please revise the same ayah.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Am kuntum, or were you, shuhada'a, witnesses, idh hadara Yaquba, when came to Yaqub al-mawtu, the dead, idh qala, when he said, libanihi, to his sons, ma ta'buduna, what will you worship, min ba'di, after me. Qalu, they said, na'budu ilahaka, we will worship your Lord, your God, wa ilaha abaika, and the God of your forefathers, Ibrahim, wa Ismail, and Ismail, Ishaq, and Ishaq, ilahan wahida, one God, wa nahnu, and we, lahu muslimun, are submissive to him.
Jazakallah, sister. Let's proceed next. Before we proceed, let me shift. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Imagine and feel Yaqub dying and his sons around him. They have seen his whole life dedicated to the will of the Allah. Being a father and a prophet, how lovingly and caringly he must have taught them to be an obedient servant of Allah. Out of all that you have in this world, Iman is the most precious for this life and the hereafter. The stakes in the hereafter are so high that his last worry before leaving this world is about the faith of his children. In the above verses, there is ultimate pertinent lessons to prepare our children to be obedient servants of Allah. Even after we die, they will take forward the legacy of the worship. Why is Yaqub al-Islam mentioned after the Ibrahim al-Islam? Because Bani Israel mean the sons of Yaqub were from his children. This is the most important advice because they were prophets. It was their wasiya, mean the will, their will and the advice. They said this at the time of the dying, mean the more important time. Giving to their children, and everyone wants to give the best to their children. How happy and gratifying must be for him to hear the positive reply from his sons. In the chain, Ismail alayhi salam is especially mentioned, who was among the forefathers of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Children of Yaqub alayhi salam did not have any discrimination for them. Children of Ismail alayhi salam were as honorable as the children of Ishaq alayhi salam. Please note that Bani Israel children chain is through the Ishaq alayhi salam. It is a serious reminder for the mushrikins of Makkah too, who used to take pride in Ibrahim alayhi salam as their father. Allah reminds here that the main concern of Ibrahim alayhi salam, even at the time of his death, was that his children worship Allah alone. وَنَحْنُ لَهُ Muslimun mean they submitted to Allah and not to their culture, custom, desires, or whims of anyone. The message is, are you truly following your forefathers, Yaqub alayhi salam? Let's to take a hadith. Ans radiallahu ta'ala narrated that the messengers of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, when Allah wants good for a slave, he puts him in action. It was said, how does he put him in action, O messengers of Allah? He said, by making him meet up with the righteous deeds before death. Alim. Yes, who would like to revise this portion?
Assalamu alaikum. Can I go?
Yes, Sister Amina, please go ahead.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن أم كنتم شهداء or were you witnesses إذ حضر يعقوب when came to Yaqub al-Maut the dead إذ قال لبنيه ما تعبدون من بعد when he said to his sons, what will you worship after me? قالوا نعبد إلهك وإله آبائك إبراهيم وإسماعيل وإسحاق إلها واحدا ونحن له مسلمون. They said, we will worship your God and the God of your forefathers, Ibrahim and Ismail alayhi salam and Ishaq alayhi salam, one God, and we are submissive to him. Jazakallahu khairan.
Sorry. Yes, Tariq, you also unmuted. Please revise the same ayah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم or kuntum were you shuhada witness is hazara when came to Yaqub al-Maut, Yaqub the death, is qala li banihi when he said to his sons, ma ta'buduna, what will you worship min ba'di after me? قالوا نعبد, they said we will worship إلهك, your God, وإله آبائك, and the God of your forefathers, إبراهيم وإسماعيل وإسحاق, Ibrahim alayhi salam and the Ismail alayhi salam and Ishaq alayhi salam, إله واحد, one God, ونحن and we له مسلمون are submissive to him.
Jazakallah, brother and
Sadaqallah.
sister. Let's to go for the lesson. Yes, Sister Munira, you unmuted. Please, you recite the lessons learned from these ayahs.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Sister.
Ibrahim and Yaqub alayhi salam advised their children to follow Islam. Their main concern at the time of their death was that their children stick to Tawheed, not to die except as Muslim, that is, be a Muslim in every moment and situation.
Jazakallah khairan. Let's proceed for the dua. Yes, Mariam, you also unmuted. Please, you recite this dua. O Allah.
O Allah, make us and our progeny true Muslims.
And what is the plan? Read out.
Inshallah, I shall teach and give tarbiyah to my children to live according to Islam.
Jazakallah khairan, sister. Let's to proceed for the new Isma. Ibn. It has two types of plural. One is mukassir, ibna, and other is the salim, that is banun and banin. So remember them both. One is jama mukassir or taksir. This one is the jama mukassir or taksir. Okay. And this is jama salim. So it come both taksir as with salim. So abna, banun, and banin. It has two. The next one is how the word banin is done. Actually, this is banin plus Israel. Banin is a plural word. Banun, banin. When banin join is this with the Israel word, nun is drawn because how the mudaf ilayh is formed? The mudaf is khafif, light. Muslimuna, nun is dropped, Muslimu. Just like Banina, nun is dropped. It's become Bani Israel. It's a Murakkabi Idafi. Okay. So there is another construction. Banin and Ya. Ya is a Ya mutaqallib. When it's joined, it also make the mudaf. Again, nun is dropped. It become Baniya. Baniya. Baniya mean actually Bani and Ya. It's have double Ya. So it is also Murakkabi Idafi. Next is Deen. Deen plural is Adiyan. Ab plural is Aba. The three-letter sound verb which has been come in this ayah is Hazara, Yahzaru, Uhzur, Hazirun, Mahzurun, Huzur. Hazadra is the root letter, Bab is Nasra. Here the Mahdi verb has come Hazara. The next is Abada, Yabudu, Ubud, Abidun, Ma'budun, Ibada. And Badal is the root letter, Bab is Nasra. Here is Na'budu. It's a Mudari. Ya'budu, Ya'buduna, Ta'budu, Abudu, Ta'buduna, Na'budu. So here Na'budu has used. The next is three-letter weak verbs, the Hamza verbs and the repeated verbs. Among them is Kana, Yakunu, Kun, Kain, dash, Kun. Ka, Wa, Nun is the root letter. Bab Nasra here is Kuntum. Kuntum is the Madi. Kana, Kanu, Kunta, Kuntu, Kuntum has been used. Mata, Yamutu, Mut, Mayyat, dash, Maut. Mim, Wauta is the root letter. Bab is Nasra. Here the word is Al-Maut. It's an ism. So it's a Maut Masdar. Among the Mazid fi, Wasa, Yusi, Wasi, Mosin, Mosan, Wasiyatun. Waw Swadiyah is the ruler, Babis, Tafil, Allama is better. Here the word has come, Wasa, it's a Madi. The next is Istafa, Istafa, Yastafi, Istafi, Mustafin, Mustafan, Istafa. Swad Fa Waw is the rule letter, Babis, Iftial, pattern is Ikhtalafa. And here the word is Istafa, Istafa, Maziyat. Actually, it is this Istafa. It was what? Istafa. In Babe Iftial, what happened? The ta, it changes into ta. So it becomes Istafa. Actually, it is like that. Because Babi Iftial have Hamza and Ta in the if Babi Iftial. What is the pattern? Babi Iftial pattern is if T all. The extra letters in it are two. One is the Hamza in the beginning and one is the Ta. Here in Istafa, you don't see the Ta. Actually, this is Ta has been converted into Ta due to the grammar rule. In grammar rule, Babe Iftial, the second letter or the first letter usually changes according to the requirement. So here it has become Istafa. Actually, it Babe Iftial pattern Ifta'ala. So let's go the next. That may be grammar. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way, Course 5, page 19.3. In grammar, we will study now today very important topic, that is three status of nasb. Let's start. We saw grammar has two parts, sarf and naf. In sarf, you say the root letter or the three letter or any letter, they join make words, just like fa'il, lam, join make fa'il, maf'ul, fa'altum, yaf'aluna, falta. In naf, what happened? These words are joined to make either sentence, just like al-baytu kabirun, or sometimes make some pairs, just like fil ardi, jar majur, baytun kabirun, the sifa pair, zalik al-baytu, it's the ismu ishara pair, baytullahi is the relation. Then ultimately these pairs are used to make sentences, just like khalaqallahu fil arda fi yawmain, jar majur, kana haza baytan kabira, then sifa pair. Inna zalikal bayta baytullahi ismu ishara and the relation pair, both are used here. We learn 4 types of sentences at the end of the QC4 lesson. What were? Jumla ismiya, Allahu Ghafur. Inna, Inna Allah Ghafur. Kana, Kana Allahu Ghafura. Jumla fi'liya, Khalaqallahu al-arda. So we studied 4 types, and we studied the 4 types of pairs also. Okay, we will have the break. Thank you very much, brother, for reminding. Here you concentrate on them. Let's to have the break of 5 minutes. Jazakallah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. We talk about the 4th type of sentence. Jumla ismiya, Allahu Ghafurun. Inna jumla, Inna Allah Ghafurun. The kana jumla, Kana Allahu Ghafura. And jumla fi'liya, Khalaqallahu al-arda. We talk about 4 type of pair. Harf jar, fil ardi. The sifa pair, Baytun Kabirun. The ism ishara pair, Zalikal Baytu, and the relation pair, Baytullahi. These are the answers of 3 questions. How, which one, whose. Sifa pair is answer of how. And the ism ishara pair is answer of which one. And the relation pair is answer of whose. We saw their example. Haza Baytun Kabirun, we say israf. Ra Zaidun Baytan Kabira is nas. Zaidun fi Baytin Kabirun is jar. Baytuhu Zalikal Baytu Rafa. Ra Zaidun Zalikal Bayta nas. Zaidun fi Zalikal Bayti jar. Haza Baytullah is the raf. Ra Zaidun Baytallah is the nas. Zaidun fi Baytillah is the jar. We saw the noun may have 3 forms. Baytuhu is rough because Baytu ta is showing daba. Baytahu is nas because ta of Bayta showing fatah. Baytihi is jar because ta of the Bayt is showing kasra. So rough nas jar with dhamma, fatah and kasra. Today we will study the 3 states of the nas. Look this sentence. Zakartu mean I remember. It's a jumla fi'li. Who? Allah. After the verb, when a ism comes with nas, that is maf'ul. That is called maf'ul. What is that? Maf'ul. Okay. Here is another word come. Zikran. Zikran, remembrance. What does it mean? Same emphasis. That is called ta'keed. That is called ta'keed. Let's have another ism after that. Ta'atan. Ta'atan means why. It's giving the reason. It's giving sabab. In Arabic, we say sabab. In English, we say reason. Ta'kid means emphasis. Maf'ul means the object. Now, you note that after the verb, we are getting 3 words which are coming with fatah. The fatah may be single or double, it doesn't matter. It is fatah. They are called nas, nas, nas. Now, the first word which come after the verb, it is called maf'ul, or it is called maf'ul bihi, more precise. The next which will come with this dhammatan, it is for the ta'kid, and it is usually masdar. This fatatan showing masdar. The third one is for the reasoning. It may be with double fatah, it may be with single fatah even. Sabab. Let's to give the more examples, or let's to go for the examples of this concept. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillah. Khalaqallahul arda. Allah created the earth. Now khalaqa is the fi'l, Allah is the file. Why it's file? Yes. Why this word Allah is file? How we identify it's a file? Because showing dhamma. The noun after the verb when have a dhamma, it is file. It's rafa. And this al-arda, it is the maful because it's mansub. So the sign coming after the verb, if it have dhamma, then it is file. If it has fatha, it is maf'ul. Okay? It's a single word, so we'll say it's maf'ul. Let's have another example. Yadribullahu amsala linnasi. Yadrib is the verb. Now, what is this word Allah?
Fa'il.
Why? How you identify?
Because of the dhamma.
What about this amsala?
It's ta'kid.
Mansub.
Why? How you say it's maf'ul?
Because of the fatha.
It's maf'ul. It's not ta'kid, it's maf'ul.
Maf'ul,
Because
sorry,
it's
maf'ul.
the first ism coming after the verb. And it is coming with a single kasra. It's a maf'ul. First we will take the maf'ul, then we will give it the status to the others. Let's have an example. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ. Waw is a harf, la is a harf, leave it. Taqtulu is a verb. After the verb, you see there is a word coming, أَوْلَادَكُمْ. In the word olada, actually this olada is mansub. Kum is the zamir attached. Remove that. That is not required here. Remove. We consider olada. So olada has fatah. It's a mansub. Now after the verb, it is the first word is coming mansub. So what should be called? Maful. Maful be. In all these three, al-arda is maful bi, amsala is the maful bi, or simply you say maful, lada is the maful. So we got the first example of the nas, maful, or more precisely, maful bihi. Okay, look the other example. Uzkurullaha zikra. Uzkur is the verb, fi'l. What about this Allah? After maf'ul, because after the verb just coming up, mansubism should be considered as maf'ul. So this is the maf'ul. Okay. Now after maf'ul, we see there is another word which is also mansub, having the fatatan. So what we should call it?
Ta'kid.
Ta'kid. Okay. Ta'kid, if you say I will take it, ta'kid, or it may be, what should be the second? Sabab.
Sabab.
Okay, it may be sabab or reason. We will not have a confusion why it is that it may be. We consider maybe because of that. Let's have another example. Consider. Rattalil Qur'ana tartila. Rattal is the verb. What is this Al Qur'ana?
Maf'ul.
Maf'ul, because this is the first One coming as a single fatah, so it's a maf'ul. You said okay. What about this tartila?
Taqib.
It may be
Maybe
Taqib
taqib
or
or
taqib,
sabab.
or
sabab.
maybe a
Okay.
sabab. But here we are not precising. We are taking it's a second one. It can't be maf'ul. It is something else. Either maybe taqid or sabab. Okay, take another example. وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ مُوسَى تَكْلِيمًا. Wow is a harf. Kalama. Kalama is a verb. Allah isme jalala. What is this isme jalala here?
Fa'il.
File.
Fa'il.
How you say it's file? What is the sign?
Because of
Dhamma.
the Dhamma.
Dhamma you said file. Okay. What about this word Musa?
That's maf'ul.
مفعول
Maf'ul. In first form we say it's marfu, rafa state. In second we can say it's mansub, nasb state. In third we can say majroor, it's in jar state. But all the three states showing the same sign. Musa, 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 no change. So we say muqaddara. It is muqaddara. In muqaddara, the first one is rafa, having dhamma. Second one is having fatah, mansub. Third one is majroor, having jar in muqaddara. In faith, in written. So here, when we say Musa, after the verb we found this, we can say it is marfu. We suppose it is in a state of nas muqaddara, fatah muqaddara. Why it is muqaddara, we will not talk at this time. We presume, we suppose, we have supposed. But what about this takliman? It can't be the maf'ul because it have double fatah. So it is either taqeed or for the sabab. Okay. Let's have another example to have more clear concept of these three. ولا تقتلوا أولادكم خشية الإملاق خشية إملاق. Why is the harf? La is the harf. Taqtulu is the mudare. أولادكم. Do you find any mansub ism in it? Yes, أولاد.
Awlada.
Yes.
Olada is a
Yes.
mansub ism. Kum is a zamir, remove it. So this is coming after the verb. So what I should call it?
Maf'ul.
Maf'ul. So it is maf'ul. Make me. What is this? This is also coming a mansub. Nas.
Taqib.
What?
Or ism.
Maf'ul.
Taqib.
No. We have got one maf'ul. We should give it something else.
تأكيد
Taqib.
It is here sabab. Taqid. Not taqid, it is sabab reason. Look, the translation will help us to understand. What is the translation? And do not kill your children for fear of poverty. For fear of, that is the reasoning. Why should not kill? For the fear. So it is coming for the reason. Sometimes it is not clear from here. You just recognize it's a mansub. The translation helps you to identify. Let's have an example. يَجْعَلُونَ أَصَابِهُمْ فِي أَذَانِهِمْ مِنَ السَّوَائِكِ حَذَرَ. يَجْعَلُونَ the fail. Asabiya. You find the first ism. Mansub. Asabiya. Is the zamir removed. Asabiya. After the verb. So it's maf'ul. Okay, agreed. Fi harfijar. Azanim. Jar majur. Min aswaiki jar majur. Hazara. We found another ism. That is mansub. If it is mansub, what it is giving? Let to see the translation and then tell me. They put their fingers in their ears against the thunderclaps in dread of death, in fear of death. So what is this type?
Sabab.
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 Due to reason. It is giving reasoning. Sabab. Let's have another examples. ينفقون أموالهم ابتغاء مرضات الله. ينفقون فعل أموالهم. Hum is the zamir. Remove. To get the clear concept. What is amwala? Amwala is a mansub. So it's a maful. Okay.
Maf'ul.
What is ibtigha? It's another. Now, what type of it will be out of these three? Let's see the translation first. They sound their wealth seeking Allah's pleasure.
Okay. Sabab.
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 So let's go now with the 2 days 3 learn concept. It will be more clear in the question answers of the grammar part. Let's start the workbook. For the Quranic part, you know, the answers are already with you in the textbook. Write the dua, lesson, plans for verses in pointer given. See, you know it is written there. You can copy from there. What is the meaning of never die except while you are Muslim? Again, this answer is given there in your book. Translate these phrases. They are also, you will find there. Plural, singular, they are also given in the textbook. First part. The 6 keys you will find. So the first part, Quranic question answer, is always given in your textbook. You just have to see and write the answers. But for the grammar, we have to solve it. In the grammar, first question, what are the 3 states of nas which we learned in this lesson? We learned 3 types of nas. One is called object, mean the maf'ul. Other is called for emphasis, mean the ta'keed. And third is for denoting the reason, mean the sabab. So what were the 3 types we studied? One was maf'ul. In Arabic, it is maf'ul. Of course, in English. Second was emphasis. In Arabic, we say
Ta'keed.
Third one, in English, we say it's reason, but in Arabic, it is sabab. Sabab is reason. So these 3 types of nas you have studied. Let's have a more concept of it. Write the state of nas in verses given below. Yadribullahu al-amsala lin-nasi. Which word do you see is the nas here?
Ansala.
Amsala. Out of these 3, which one it may be?
Ta'kil.
Is the object.
Object, because after the verb file and when the maf'ul comes with a single word.
Okay.
So we will say it's maf'ul. Object. Object means maf'ul. Let's have an example. Uzkurullaha zikra. Which words are here mansub?
Allah.
Allah itself is
Allah.
a mansub.
Allah.
It's a maf'ul.
Allah is
What about this zikran?
Ta'kid.
Sabab or
Ta'kid
ta'keed.
or
Okay, you
sabab.
said ta'kid emphasis. Okay, sister emphasis or ta'kid. Let's have another example. Yunfikuna amwalahum ibtigha mardatillahi. Here the mansub ism, we see 2 ism coming. One is amwal, other is coming ibtigha. If I say amwal is the maf'ul, what you will call
Maf'ul.
this? Ibtigha?
Ta'kil.
Sabab.
Reason.
Sabab.
Sabab, reason or sabab. Have another. وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ Musa taklima. Kallama is the verb. Allah is the file. Musa is the first verb coming. So we will consider his maf'ul. What about taklima?
Ta'kid.
Yes, for ta'kid. Reason. Ta'kid means the emphasis. The next is khalaqallahu al-arda. Here we find which word is mansub. The word mansub.
Arda.
Al-arda.
Arda is
How to call
maf'ul.
it? Look, fail, file. It is the first one
Object.
coming. It will be maf'ul, object. It will be object. So we found, let me to give you the conclusion about them.
Sir, please, I don't understand this reason.
Yes, you never understood everything. You always said it's not a new thing. When we say maf'ul, that is the only verb coming after the fail. The first which one come after the verb is always maf'ul. When it comes with the tanween, when it is coming with tanween, it is masdar. And masdar always come for the emphasis. That is called ta'keed. And when the verb come second time, this is the first time, second time without tanween, then it may be reason, mean sabab. When it come only once, then it's in maf'ul. So now we are having the conclusion, the nas may be of three types. It may be a maf'ul, it may be a for ta'keed, it may be come as a sabab. What they are called? When it is maf'ul, it is called object. When it is maf'ul, it is called object. It is called object. Maf'ul. When it is ta'keed, it is called emphasis in English. Ta'keed. When it is come as a reason in Arabic, it's called sabab. How you differentiate? When there is only one word coming as a mansub in the sentence, then it will be maf'ul. When there are two, the first one is maf'ul and second one maybe ta'keed or maybe sabab. Just like here. Here. In that case, if it is with double fatah, then it is for the ta'keed. If it is with the single fatah or maybe double fatah sometimes, it may be for the reason. This will be understood with the translation. Translation will help you, either it's ta'keed or it is for the reasoning. This week, I advise you, please go through 3 times this lesson from the book, then from the PDF, and then do this homework. Inshallah, you will be able to understand 3 types of work. Please give me 1 minute. So then you will be knowing that in the sentence, if 3 verbs comes, they may be object, maybe for the emphasis, for the reason. In Arabic, we will call maf'ul, ta'keed, and sabab. How you come to know? You will take some help from the sentence, just like in this first sentence and in the last sentence, you say there is only one single word is coming. So it's maf'ul. In next, you say there are double words coming, double words, maf'ul. double words maf'ul. In that case, if you see the tanween, that is for the emphasis. If it's single and the second word, it may be reason, but actually the translation help you giving the reasoning concept. So far, we studied 3 types of nas today. Now let's to practice. Underline the pair of relation and preposition in the verses given below. Yadribullahu amsala linnasi. Yes, can you give me the preposition and relation in this?
So relation al-amsal lin-nas.
Linnas is the jar majur, so it's a what? Preposition. Okay, al-amsala linnasi, that is not actually Allahul amsala, or amsala may be having the relation with this jar majur. The next sentence, wala taqtulu awladakum khashyata imlaq. Khashyat. Awlada, yes, it's a relation pair. यजलूना असाबियुम फी अजानी मिन सवाई के हजरत मौत असाबहुम, it's a मुदाफ मुदाफ इलैहि relation pair. फी हर्फ जर, अजानिम जाल मजूर, min is a harf jar, hazara it's again coming as a mudaf. Yunfikuna amwalahum bittagha mardatillahi, amwalahum the mudaf mudaf ilayhi relation pair. Ibtagha is also having the relation. Let's have that today. The extra point is the signs of mudari, sign of marfu. What is the sign of marfu? The actual and default is dhamma. It come on the wahid and jama mukassir, just like Muhammadun the wahid, Rusulun is the jama, both have the dhamma. Sometimes there is not dhamma, there the alif comes. It's for the tasniya, just like Rasulani, Musulmani. What is the sign? Alif, noon, alif. But actually, noon drops. When it becomes khafif, noon drops. So actual sign is alif, representing the nas. I'm sorry, you can't see. Let me to show you the video. So the rafa sign may be dhamma, rafa sign may be alif for the tasniya, and sometimes there is waw representing the rafa. In plural, jama, muzakkar salim, muslimuna, mu'minuna, we say waw noon plural sign. Actually, it's waw, because when it becomes khafif, it becomes muslim, mu'minu. Noon is drop, alif is gone. So waw is the sign. Look, the plural sign. Can somebody tell me what are the plural sign? What are the plural sign? Okay, one is the waw noon.
Wa noon.
Other is the ya noon.
Ya noon.
And what is the third one? Waw alif. Fa'alu, ja'alu, fatahu. It's the sign of plural. Waw noon, ya noon, they are the sign. So when the noon is dropped, alif is placed here to make it waw alif plural sign. The word is muslimuna. When I drop noon, I give it a alif to have the identity of plural. So noon when drop, it is give us standing alif. So it becomes the plural sign, because the plural sign is waw alif or ya noon or waw noon. So when noon goes, again the waw alif represent it is a plural word. So the fourth sign, it may be dhamma, alif, waw, or it may be the dhamma muqaddara. Muqaddara means it's written in space, it's not visible. Just like ismi manqus, just like Musa, Isa, Isa, or ismi maqsu, just like Qadi, Hadi. They all call, they have a dhamma muqaddara. So the marfu sign is dhamma, alif, waw, muqaddara. Let's to have what are the structures in grammar, are the things which call marfu or maybe marfu. They are 8 in number. Some you know already. Masalan, mubtada, for example, khabar, fa'il, naifa'il, they all are marfu, having dhamma. Kana ism, kana Allahu ghafura. The ismu kana is always marfu. Same way, inna Allah ghafura. The khabru inna is always marfu. Ma'ullah ism is always marfu. Inna khabar and la in nafi jins. Khabar is always marfu. So these are 8 marfu. Let's have example. Mubtada example. Muhammadun Rasulun. The first, this is mubtada coming marfu because it's mubtada. The khabar example, again Muhammadun Rasulun. Rasulun is mubtada, the khabar, so it's a marfu. Khabru inna example. Inna Muhammadan Rasulun. Khabar is marfu. Ismu kana example. Kana Muhammadun Rasula. The file and naf'il example. Nasra Muhammadun is the file. Naf'il. Nusira Muhammadun. Again the naf'il coming there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 examples. Okay. File of fi'l ma'ruf and naf'il is of fi'l majhul. Remember. The file is for the ma'ruf and naf'il will always come for the fi'l majhul. Let's to revise the questions of the today. Wabasa biha Ibrahimu, and enjoined it Ibrahim. Istafa lakumuddina, he has chosen for you the religion. So you should not die. Fala tamutunna. Ibrahim and Yaqub advised their children to follow Islam. Ma ta'buduna min ba'd, what you will worship after me. Main concern of Ibrahim and Yaqub al-Islam at the time of their death was that their children seek to Tawheed. How should we train our children religiously? By making them obedient servants of Allah. Isme fa'il of wasa is mausin. Isme fa'il of mata is mayyat. Plural of ibn is ibna and banun and banin. It's at the both. Jama taksir, Jama salim. How many states of nas that you have learned in this lesson? 3. What were they? Maf'ul, ta'kid, and what was the third one? Sabab. Reason.
Sabab.
Hal zakat
Sabab.
Allah.
Reason.
The answer will be nam zakartullah. Ta will change into 2. We know. Hal tazkuruna Allah zikra. Tazkuruna will change into nazkur. Nam nazkurullah zikra. How many states of nas you have studied? 3. Allah created the earth. Yes. Point out. Yakhluqullahu sama, khalaqallahu sama, yakhluqullahu al-arda, khalaqallahu al-arda.
Khalaqallahu al-arda.
D, you are right. Example of object. Who or what is? Wa kalamallahu Musa taklima wa la taqtalu awladakum khashyata imlaq yadribullahu al-amsala uzkurullaha zikra. Object maf'ul. Which one is the maf'ul example in this?
Uzkurullah zikra.
D.
You say uzkurullah zikra. It has 2 verbs. The 2 isme mansub. While maf'ul will have only 1.
Okay. Yadribullahu
Yadribul amsala. This have only the 1, so it's the maf'ul. Okay. Example of emphasis is وَكَلَمَ اللَّهُ مُوسَى تَكْلِيمًا وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ يَضْرِبُ اللَّهُ الْأَمْثَالَ وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ ذِكْرًا. Emphasis we are not needing. For emphasis, we say masdar come. Masdar is coming only in 2. وَكَلَمَ اللَّهُ مُوسَى تَكْلِيمًا وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ ذِكْرًا. Here the masdar is coming, so that is emphasis. Okay, example of why, reason. Yadribullahu al-amsala wa la taqtulu awladakum khashyata imlaq wa kalama Allah Musa taklima wa uzkurullah zikra. Which one is for the reasoning here?
ولا تقتلوا أولادكم.
Yes, that is the reason. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ. What will be the translation? And do not kill my children for fear of poverty. And do not kill their children for fear of poverty. Do not kill your children for fear of poverty. And do not kill your children for fear of poverty. A, B, C, D.
D.
Good.
D.
يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ ابْتِغَاءَ مَرْضَاتِ اللَّهِ. You spend your wealth seeking Allah's pleasure. They spend their wealth seeking Allah's pleasure. He spends his wealth seeking Allah's pleasure. We spend our wealth seeking Allah's pleasure. A, B, C, D.
B.
Good.
B.
رتل القرآن ترتيلا. سنرتل القرآن ترتيلا. سأرتل القرآن ترتيلا. يرتل القرآن ترتيلا. رتلنا القرآن ترتيلا.
B.
B. Sa'arattalul Quran. I'm known to you two of Tilawah, two of study, one of listening, concise and recording of QC1. Talked about your course or the study partner and recite different surah or the ayahs in each rakah of the Salah. Pray for yourself, Rabbi Zidnal, pray for your strength. Let's do may pray. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize Quran. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب. اللهم اغفر لنا قبل الموت وارحمنا عند الموت ولا تعذبنا بعد الموت ولا تحاسبنا يوم القيامة إنك على كل شيء قدير. Allah Hafiz, if you people have any question, please ask the question. And don't worry, slowly and gradually we will learn them. You can't learn in one day. My advice is that please read this lesson 3 times from the textbook first. Then listen or read from the PDF and then listen the recording. Inshallah, by next week, you will be knowing these 3 because in next week we are going to add 5 more. Until unless you are strong in these 3, you will be unable to absorb those 5. So please be serious about this lesson. I have never advised you about any lesson like that. Read 3 times and read the PDF and do that. But here, because I know, if you know these 3 by heart and you are able to identify, you will be able to identify the 5 more. In your syllabus, Dr. Saab has put it only 8 Nas Ism. The Mansub Ism 8. In Arabic grammar, they are 14. I think you have not listened me and I have not talked anything. I am telling you, you remember these till next week. Okay? Yes, any question?
Sir.
Okay.
The rest we will do in
Right,
next week, inshallah.
we will follow, yes, sir. We will follow, sir, inshallah.
I'm not taking you to the 14. I will take you up to the doctors of 8, whatever he have put it in QC5. When you people will come in QC6, there I will take you to the 14. But here, please be serious about this because it is the very important. Let me to revise once again. When you see a first noun, if you see a first noun, mansoob, after the verb or after the verb, maybe just after verb, maybe after file, maybe at some distance, maybe there jar, majur, mutalik fail, and then a mansoob come. If it is the first, that is always. So maful is easy. But when you find another after that, that may be for the ta'kid, mean the emphasis, or maybe it is for the reasoning, mean sabab. When it is for the ta'kid, it is usually masdar, having dhamma or dhammatan or fatatan. Normally, masdar come with fatatan. That is the sign of masdar. And some
Mariam.
maybe have single fatha or maybe have double fatha, doesn't matter, but it will be the third one. Or the translation will help you. Is it giving the stress meaning? Is some second or the third mansub ism in the sentence giving the stress? We will say it is for the reason. Okay, with this we come to end of today's session. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallah wa bihamdika, nashhadu la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Allahumma ighfir lana qabla al-maut warhamna inda al-maut wa la tu'adhibna ba'da al-maut wa la tuhasibna yawm al-qiyamah innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allah Hafiz. See you next week inshallah.